I haven't put my lipstick on. Well, hello. So, Jane, have you left yet? I see you were on your way out. Okay,
Oh,
you
she
have to
said,
get,
tell my girlfriend I was here.
yeah. Oh, well. Yeah, had quite the afternoon.
What happened? You just said you got stuck in a traffic jam?
Yeah, well, there was an accident. And on this island here, in this certain spot, and I've been stuck there before, there's no way to get out of it because it's a single lane.
Oh.
It's a road, but single lane. There's no side streets, and you're just stuck. So
Well, I
yeah,
kept everybody
it
updated that what was going on, so
yeah,
I didn't know.
it was a bad accident. So
I hope everybody's okay. Gosh, that's all. I always think that. You get upset because you're in a traffic jam, then you get up there and see a bad car accident, and you're like, feel ashamed. You're like, oh gosh, I'm just.
yeah,
Please let everybody okay.
I recognize one of the cars. So I'm a little concerned.
Okay, it'll
So
be on the news tonight, probably.
well, we don't have a newscast here.
No.
Well, we're just on an island with 11,000 people.
Huh.
I mean, if it's bad enough, it might make it on the Victoria news. But
I didn't know you
anyways,
were on an island. I knew you were in
yes.
Canada, but I didn't know Canada. I know nothing about Canada. I didn't know Canada has islands.
Oh, tons of them,
Huh.
tons of them. Have you ever
Learn
heard of
something
this? You
every day.
ever heard of the San Juan Islands
No.
off Washington State? Well, this is a continuation of, I guess, that group of islands, and except here it's called the Gulf Islands. Over the border, it's called the Gulf Islands, and then there's more south of the border, and that's the San Juan
Oh, so
Islands.
you have ocean? You have ocean by you?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm surrounded by
Oh,
ocean.
that must be nice.
And
I have
I'm
nothing
about
but
900 feet up above sea level, and I'm on the side of a mountain in my cabin here, and I'm looking
wow.
across to another mountain. And
I've got cornfields. In
you
Illinois,
notice,
there's cornfields.
yeah, do you notice my signal's much better?
Yes.
Remember? Yeah, I finally, there was a new thing that came out for being rural. I mean, people down the hill can get it, or even down my street have cable or Telus or whatever. Um, but I'm so far off the road, it would cost us like $50,000 to get cable in.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, we're off the grid. So, anyways, our local telephone company has come up with a solution where it works off a cell signal, but they've made it a really reasonable price.
Oh, well,
So
that's
this,
good.
the satellite that I was on used to work fine, but when COVID hit, they've also sold too many, I guess, subscriptions because it's overloaded. That's why my signal was so poor. It wasn't always
Oh.
that way, but now, hey James, nice to see you.
Hi, James.
Hey, there's Colorful Foresight.
I like
So
that.
so Colorful Foresight, yeah, Brenda's coming on next Saturday. So
Oh, yeah, I've seen Brenda. She's good.
oh, she's really good. Yeah,
She's
yeah.
really good. I'm taking some classes from Lena Rodriguez on the 3rd. I think you said
Oh,
you did too, didn't you?
yeah,
And
I did
so
too.
I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to that. She told me to get out my tarot cards. I got to use the Rider Waite, the one
Yes.
without any keywords. Then
Yeah.
and take out the major arcana. And so we're
Yeah.
gonna do those first. And
That's right.
so, did it help you? Did you feel?
Oh, absolutely.
I think it will me too. I think she'll be a good teacher.
Well, yes, and she'll start. She'll go with where you are because you have more experience than I did. I was just beginning.
Well,
I
I
was
just kind of taught myself, and she said
right.
well, she goes, Deann, I don't think you'll need all the classes, but she says I
Yeah.
think a few classes would help you.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's really good to have a good foundation of the Rider Waite, and then you can. Because when I look at I got a deck of cards and I look at the picture and I'm thinking, oh yeah, the Eight of Wands or something. No, the let's say I don't know, but a card that I can't really quite remember what it is. I
Mm-hmm.
go, I look at the, oh, well, that's the seven of swords. Oh yeah, okay.
Okay,
Because
like
I
you.
always reference back to the Rider Waite.
These
So
are kind of a modern day. I have regular white
yeah,
Rider Waite, but I
yeah,
think these are more of a modern day
yeah,
version of
and
it.
they're quite different.
They are. And
Yeah,
I haven't
I have
connected to
those.
these cards yet because I haven't really used them. I'm gonna kind of go on with Katie and practice with her getting used to these cards. They're just a little different.
Sorry.
But
Oh,
I see a lot of readers like them, so I went and got them, thinking maybe I'd
well, they're great.
connect to them.
I use them for more spiritual or love readings, that sort of thing, relationships. Um, somebody said here, Colorful Foresight says, I go by the pictures versus the meanings of the cards sometimes. Yeah, well, definitely.
Yeah,
In fact, I'll be guided to use a certain deck
yeah.
because there's something in the pictures that I need to see.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, I've got the foundation of the meanings, but I read intuitively.
Yeah.
I'm going to mute myself. I need to cough.
Yeah, colorful foresight. I do that too sometimes. Just go by the pictures and the question and what meaning I get off of it. And I've learned by watching other readers too, Scott Allen and
Oh,
Andrea
yeah.
and who else? Danny Shea and
If you ever want to watch a really good
and
tarot reader who goes in depth, and she's no nonsense. Like she'll give you the real goods, right?
yeah.
Yeah, her she's called Sassy Scorpio Tarot.
I'm gonna put it down here. I'm gonna message myself.
Yeah,
Sassy.
Scorpion Tarot, or Scorpion Tarot. Her name is Christina. She's from Austin, Texas, and she's a hoot.
Okay, I'll look her up when we're done. Kind of.
Yeah, but she'll pack a wallop. She doesn't mince words.
Did she
She's
say
good.
she's Scottish?
No.
Oh.
I don't know what she is, but
There was a Scottish guy I started learning some things from, who was
oh yeah,
talking. I can't think of his name, but just between the different readers and watching different readers'
yeah, you
lessons.
get different things. Yeah, yeah. So, Silver Star says, "What deck are you all talking about?" Well, the only two decks we've talked about, Silver, is the Rider Waite, which is the original deck. It's
Yes.
it's the one you should start on and then go on to the other decks.
See if I got it. I've got so many boxes here. It's terrible. I was trying to see if I had my right. I have them. They're in there somewhere. But everybody knows what the Rider Waite deck looks like. It looks like kind of like this, only there's no.
Here it is.
Yes, yes, I have that deck there.
Yeah,
Looks just like
and
that.
here's the world. Oops, I
Yep.
got quite a glare there. Yeah, I'm right in front of a window.
Can you hear me okay
Yeah, I
without a
go.
microphone?
Yeah, you're fine.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I go by my intuition as well. Clairaudient, I'm more, well, claircognizant. I know what they're saying. Sharon told me the guy I was inquiring on said, was saying, get over myself. I say the same thing to him. Did I answer a question for you? I don't remember.
That's
I
funny.
think I remember that phrase. It's funny you do these readings, but especially if you're getting messages from spirit, you don't remember.
Well, I know. Yeah, I'll do readings, and if you ask me later what I said, I don't remember a lot of times.
Yeah.
She says,
Yeah.
yes, you did.
I did. Okay. Yeah.
Hi, Sherry H. Looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, so I'm dropping into Scott's channel because there's a viewer that's turning 50 or something.
Amy.
Right. And then there's Sherry's celebration. So I'm going to both. I'm going to drop into both.
Yep. And then Monday, Memorial Day, is my 30-year anniversary. So I'm going
wow. Oh, so you've had your Memorial Day already?
Well, we celebrated. We went to Tennessee. We had to do our thing early. We went on vacation early, but on the day of, I think we're just going to go out to dinner and a movie.
Yeah. Usually your Memorial Day and our Victoria Day, after Queen Victoria, usually on the same weekend, but this year it wasn't
May
because we had
30th.
ours last. Yeah, we had it last year.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Victoria
not
Day.
last year, last weekend.
I told Dale, I said, it's so cool that I meet all these people from all these different places because if we ever want to go to Canada or you ever want to go
Yeah,
someplace, I got people I can ask where to go. And
absolutely. It's beautiful up here.
I
Where
would
I am,
love to
it's
see
gorgeous.
Canada.
It is gorgeous where I am. Absolutely
My mother
gorgeous.
grew up in Detroit, Michigan, and she and Dad
Ah,
went there because I think that's not far, the Canadian border.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
ours is usually around anywhere from kind of the 20th, 21st to the 24th, Sherry. So we don't go that late in May. Here's my story. Now, this is going back 40 years ago. I drove into Hamilton, Ontario. And as I'm driving in on the freeway, I see all these huge, tall buildings. I mean, it was absolutely huge. And I thought, I didn't know Hamilton was that big. I mean, it's a city, but I didn't think it was that big. Turns out I was looking across the water to Detroit.
really?
Yeah, it's just a
You
bridge.
can see.
Yes, yes.
I didn't
There's
know that.
yeah, there's just a bridge separating Detroit and Hamilton, Ontario.
Well, maybe that's where Mom and Dad used to go, because they had told me when I was
Probably.
a kid how beautiful Canada was. And
Yeah.
my husband went on a camping trip there when he was, 20 years old or something. And he's 70 now, so it's been a while. But he said it was beautiful then. And I'm like, well, one day I'm going to see it.
Yeah, well, I don't remember what Hamilton was like, but I know if you would go further into the lake country, it's beautiful, really beautiful. That's where everybody has cottages. There they call them cottages. Out here we call them cabins, whether they're log or not.
As long as there's air conditioning in there. I
I don't know about that. I don't have air conditioning. See, here we're not really built for air conditioning because it's usually pretty. Um, we'll have our hot spells, but they don't last that long. What last year
oh,
though was brutal. I needed air conditioning.
yeah.
It was
I have hot
brutal.
flashes too, so I got to have some air. I
Oh,
don't think I could deal
oh,
with
it's
no air.
awful. If you saw me, I don't know if anybody in the chat remembers, but I had my feet in a bowl of cold water. I had a wet towel wrapped around my neck. I was mopping my head. I was pouring water over my head and down my blouse right on line because I just was so hot and had two fans going. It was brutal.
I don't blame you. I would too. I wouldn't care and if I'm in the heat, this hair, it just is
Yeah,
straight and stuck to my head. It's
yeah,
just
me
so
too.
fine. You too?
Well, I've always been a real sweater, like dancing all my life, like even as a young person, dance and my hair, I'm just completely drenched.
Yep, me too. I hate
I
being hot,
look
but
like a drown. I look like a wet cat. Oh,
me too.
Silver
I'm
says,
always jealous of curly haired people that
hmm,
they say, "Oh, I go outside in the humidity, my hair just gets curlier." I'm like, I want to have hair that just gets curlier when I go outside, or you can take a shower and just pick it out and go. I used to get perms for that reason back in the day, but
right back in the day, yeah.
now with color and perm, my hair would fall out, so they made me pick.
Oh, yeah, exactly, exactly. Well, Silver Star remembers when I went through that heat wave. It went on for a long time, but
I want hair your color. I love your hair color.
oh, thank
I think
you.
it's beautiful. I would give anything to have that hair color, but
This was from age 30.
really?
Yeah, I'm Irish. It's quite a Celtic trait to go white early.
Were you a
Scottish
redhead?
too. No, but I got the redhead skin. I was medium brown.
Oh,
I
okay.
doesn't definitely have the Celtic skin. Yeah.
Mine's
So
probably gonna turn that yellow gray or something, but there's always color. little
Well, if
bottle
it's yellow gray, then what you do is you get a
of
special
shampoo.
shampoo that will brighten it up. Yeah, it'll
Yep.
turn white rather than yellow.
I use that for this just because you can see it pulls yellow in places. So I try,
Right.
but
Yeah.
eh,
Yeah. I use a Veda. It's called Mauve, I think, Mauve.
okay.
Mauve Melba or something.
I've heard of Aveda. We got
Yeah.
a shop here that has that.
Yeah. Anyways, it's a deep purple shampoo, and you can also get the conditioner. It's yeah, it's good. So because if I let it go, from pollution and stuff like that, especially when I'm in the city, then it starts to turn a little bit. Yeah, that's right. Purple shampoo. Yeah.
Oh, you went to hair school? I did too, Silver. I used to be a hairdresser when my daughter was really little. And then I worked in optical departments because I needed the insurance and I didn't know what I
Mm.
was going to make from week to week. And then I went and worked for an ophthalmology office and became a COT.
Oh wow.
So assisted in surgeries and things like that, eye surgery.
Wow. Mm.
Oh, you started getting gray when you were 12? I've never heard of such a thing.
Yeah, I was 16.
Wow, and by 30 I was colored. By
Oh, the
40
same
colored.
thing. By 45, it wouldn't hold the color anymore. That happened to me at age 44, Sherry. It wouldn't. It wasn't brown anymore. It came out blonde, and so I thought, oh, it's not holding the color. So the transition from blonde to white wasn't so dramatic. It was, it
Yeah.
wasn't it such a big shock. The only people that were shocked if they hadn't seen me for a while. Yeah, it's the Celtic blood. You're right, Sharon. Yeah.
Were your kids surprised when you went white?
Oh, they always knew I was white underneath because they'd see my roots yeah. No, they didn't bat an eye. I remember somebody saying to me when I was around 50 years old, and then I'd let it go from age 44 to white. He said to me, and I wanted to punch him. He said, if you dyed your hair, you'd look 10 years younger. I'm like, fuck off.
Yeah, for real. It's like everybody's saying, well, if you lost a little weight, you'd be pretty. Yeah,
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
want to say.
yeah. No, thank you. I like it the way it is.
I'm me. I'm happy with me. I'm not
Mhm.
happy with my dang nails. I want my daughter to fix them. She, like I told you, she did that gel nails like how many weeks, 3 weeks ago, and now she's been too busy to fix it, so they're peeling off. And so I got one nail with no polish, one with half. So y'all in the chat, ignore the nails.
Well, now that you've mentioned it, we're going to
So
be
I'm
drawn
gonna
to
hold
your
them now.
nails.
Yeah, I know. What have I done?
Okay, I guess we better get to some questions.
I'm
So,
ready.
so guys, please put your questions in capital letters, hopefully with some emojis around it, and uh, then I'll be able to pick it up easily and put it on the list. Um, yeah, we're not going to be on here that long, maybe just under another hour. Probably go to about like it's 5:15 here, maybe to 6:10, that kind of thing, which is 2 hours ahead for you.
Yep.
Yeah. So, or maybe
Sherry.
if people don't have questions, so then we can just chit chat.
Yeah. Sherry says I do my own nails, gel nails.
Good for you,
I
Sherry.
can't do it with one. I could do one hand, but I couldn't do left hand. I can't do anything left
So,
hand.
hi, Justice Mom and Silver, and
Focus on
okay.
to strengthen it this time.
I have
Okay,
several
I'm done.
clairs, yet I was wondering what Spirit has to say to focus on, which to strengthen at this time. Any thoughts? I have empathy, clairaudient, clairvoyant, and claircognizant. Yeah, I get clairaudient sometimes, but it's not my strength. Yeah, I have all the ones you've got there. I even have picked up smells.
I'm getting clairvoyant and claircognizant. Let's see. Empathy she's got.
Yeah.
Clairaudient, it's saying maybe, but the clairvoyant and the claircognizant is.
Oh, Deb Z is upset that the beauty chat is over. She says
Oh,
that's what she showed up for.
I figured you did. I figured you wanted to talk about hair and nails, and that's why you are here. I prefer nail polish on my toes because it lasts. It does. Why is that?
I'm like that too, colorful. As I prefer it on my, like in the summer, I prefer it on my toenails. Yeah. Okay, Silver. Yeah, got your question, and I have Linda B's after this. All right. Yeah, I'll take my pendulum over here. Which one should you strengthen at this time? Is it
See if we get the
claircognizance?
same.
What did you get?
I got the clairvoyant and claircognizant.
Okay, well, I got the claircognizant as well. Clairvoyant, should you improve on that? Yeah, I've got a yes on that too. Yep. So
Figured that'd be easier to answer with the pendulum than the cards.
oh, absolutely. Okay, and I see Tammy's got a question, and Justin's mom's got a question.
Oh, is Justin's mother here?
Okay, and
Mama Bear, will I have good luck?
well, James, I can say right away, you definitely are an empath. You're welcome, colorful.
Yeah, I'm getting yes for him being an empath too.
Yeah, definitely. Say that right off.
Yep.
Okay, so let's go to the next question, which is Linda B.
Any message from my guide? Okay.
Okay, I'm going to see if I can tune in. Sometimes I can. Okay, which one should I do? Should I do this one? No, not sticking. It's not sticking.
Sometimes I'll ask my pendulum.
Yeah. All right, these ones. Telepathetic? Dempsey. I had a close friend over 35 years ago. We were telepathic. We did not finish each other's sentences. In fact, this one guy, we were on a ferry, and there was a mutual friend. Actually, he was my friend. I introduced her to, and so after about 20 minutes, he finally said, because he just watched us talk. He was like the tennis match. He was watching us. And then he finally said, I have to say something. I have no idea, absolutely no idea what you're talking about. But you guys seem to know. Like we just say a few words, and then the sentence was finished in our heads.
Well, me and Dale, we've been together 34 years. I told you the 30th we'll be married 30 years. And I start to ask him a question, and then I stop because I already know what he'll say. And he'll say, what was you going to ask me? I go, never mind. I already know what you're going to say. He goes, well, you don't know what I'm going to say. I go, no, I do. And then he goes, well, ask me. And I ask him, it's like, see, that's what I knew you were going to say when you're together so long. We finish each other's sentences and thoughts.
Oh, I know. My ex-husband, it still happens with him. I'll have a thought, and within 30 seconds, like 5 to 30 seconds, he'll come out with it. Something I was wondering. Yeah. And I'm going, oh yeah, there we go again.
When you live with somebody every day, you know.
I was with him a long time, 26 years.
Oh, wow.
When we were married. Okay.
Well,
that's Deb. Yeah, I've got the same thing.
I'll go ahead with what I got while you're doing that. I got.
Yeah, go ahead.
Linda, I pulled a few cards. You got the environment card.
And
what it's saying.
Okay, I got the same.
You did.
Right. Well,
Oh,
what I saw was the same thing. So go ahead.
so it's saying now's a good time to clear, clean, and declutter your environment. It's going to make you feel
Uh,
good, kind of cleaning up, doing your spring cleaning and things around you. It's saying you also need to work on trust and forgiveness. It's time for you to let down your guard and learn to trust again. So I'm not sure if ever anybody hurt you, if ever anything like that's happened that you just kind of feel like you kind of don't trust. It's saying that it's time for you to let down your guard a little bit and start to trust. You also got universal flow, says it's time for you to slow down and breathe and take time to smell the roses. So, go out in the environment, go outside, spring clean your house, work on trust and forgiveness, slow down, breathe, take time to smell the roses. You also got the card of the clover. So you're going to be having some luck coming in your way here pretty soon. You got the child card. So it's time for you just to kind of be more, that kind of goes with your trust and forgiveness, to be more trusting and open like a child. Um, and you got the lily. So it's saying in the future you're going to be having some harmony, peace. Um, and it also said yesterday doesn't fit you anymore. So there may be some transformation that you're going through. And for your gemstone card, you got Tiger's Eye. It says self-confidence through God confidence. Believe in yourself by believing in, you can say God, source, universe, whatever you call your higher power, but believe they're working through you. So that's the cards that came up for me.
okay. What I saw was what you said about, I saw her working in the house, chores, cleaning, and all that kind of stuff. But I also saw spirit saying, okay, go out that door and enjoy the sun.
Yes.
Get outside. So that's the
Yep.
message. And what I got here for the energy of the reading is you can stop worrying now. You can learn to trust, right? Just like you
Yep, that
said.
goes right with that.
Yeah. Stop worrying. And here's the Knight of Pentacles, which is the slowest, most deliberate knight. They're telling you to slow down.
Mm-hmm.
And, and create new things that are good for you. Because this is the Empress. So saying, just, treat yourself like the Empress, right?
Yeah.
You're always doing things for other people. Treat yourself. And they're saying you're the Queen of Cups, and we know that about you, Linda. And you got the King of Cups as well. And here's the Death card, but I see that as a new beginning. Now that you've got custody of your granddaughter,
Yes.
you can calm down. This is a new life for you. You need to forgive. I know there's stuff around your daughter that you have to forgive. Yeah, you got to get out of this frame of mind. You gotta let it flow. And
Yeah.
and I think, and you've got the Six of Pentacles here. I think I think there'll be much more balance in your life. But you have to let go. You have to let go and get outside. Get outside in nature. So
That
I hope
helps so much.
it does. Yeah, I gotta get out. I mean, I've got oh, GoFundMe for Karen's Joe. Oh, that's Karen. Yeah. Her partner Joe had a heart attack or something.
Oh no.
Okay, thanks for that. I'm gonna. I wonder if that will go to another page. Yeah, I'll just put it there. Yeah. I wondered how he's doing.
When I used to get upset, I'd go outside and look up at the stars and the trees and stuff. And it made my problems seem so small. It made,
Yeah,
things into
exactly.
perspective.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna try to. Oh, come on, stop it. Hide. I was just gonna try to.
Oh, he's on the heart transplant list now.
Oh, is that bad?
Oh
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Alex, I got your question. I'm not sure if we're going to get there because we're not going to be on for that long. but I do have it on the list. And that same goes for Amy. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to you, but I'll try. All right.
Hi, Deann.
I didn't know he was that badly off. I just knew he had a heart attack or something. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay. Would you do me a favor, Deb Z, and could you send me that link to my email? You know my email because you used to send stuff to nasty women. But
So Karen, the lady who's going to read, it's her husband?
no, yeah, it's her partner. Yeah, Karen is I think she's called Starseed now. Starseed 1111.
Oh, I
Like
know
that.
her. She was on my channel. Yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
With
Yeah,
Scott.
right. Yeah. Well, it's her partner Joe.
Oh, okay. When I seen Joe, I wasn't sure, because that can be both.
Yeah.
God, I hope.
Okay, okay, we're done, Linda. So let's go. We have good luck at this casino. Well,
let's try the pendulum for that one.
Now that's kind of open. Do you mean with the next time you go? Or do you mean overall? What I'm wondering. Maybe you could clarify that a bit.
I get yes, although when I do the cards, I'm getting a maybe. So just. But the pendulum's saying yes. But you know what? Sometimes the pendulum, I tried to do that. I know I shouldn't have, but I tried to use it one time when
I'm getting the same thing, maybe.
Mm-hmm. I don't like to tell you that sometimes.
It's funny. It went just like it was starting to say yes, but then it went to no, but just small, and then yes, no, yes. It's just very small. So don't know. I guess they're not going to tell you.
No, I've heard that that's something that spirit doesn't like to answer.
No, exactly. Just like lottery tickets or anything like that. Yeah. So
I'd be using this thing all the time if I knew that could get
the
lottery numbers.
Exactly. So I'm sorry. That's the best we could do there. Maybe.
That's a lot of help. I know I'm not supposed to, but when I first got my pendulum and I was in Nevada, I sneaked and used it for some of the slot machines, and it worked. But then it didn't. You know what I mean?
Like, okay, enough now.
That's enough.
Do you know, I don't do the slots. I don't want to gamble my money. But anyways, I went with a friend because she wanted to go, and I thought to myself, okay, I'm not going to get sucked in here. I thought I'm going to use $20 on the slots.
What I do.
Right, on the slot machines. And if I lose the $20, then
you're done.
I stop. Well, I made it to $80. I got $80, and then I decided, okay, I'm going to stop playing now because I thought, probably just eat it up. No, I'm going to stop now. I'm happy with $80. I quadrupled my
I'm the same way. I just when I had to go, it was because my brother-in-law wanted to go. My brother-in-law that Scott Allen reminds me of, and he always wanted to go on the boat when he'd come over here. And I went with him, and I'm like you. I'd have $20. If I won, I'd put the $20 back in my pocket and only gamble with the money I won. So I left with that same $20.
Yeah.
And because I get too upset. I'm like, I could have filled up my tank. I could have gone out to a nice dinner.
Yeah.
That was a waste of money. I'm not very good. I feel like I just need to hand them my money and leave. Because I don't win. I've never really won much.
Okay. I'm just putting in my email because Deb needed it. Sorry, I'm having trouble seeing my keyboard here. All right. Okay. So there's my email. Just remember the 1954. A lot of people forget that. So Sherry says, I do the same thing. When I lived in Phoenix, I was 2 blocks away from the casino. I would go with friends and I would only bring $20 with me. Yeah. My father gambled a lot of our inheritance away.
Oh,
He
I
lived
see pictures on there
he
all the
lived
time.
he lived across the street from a mall that had a casino in it.
I had a dream one time that I won all big money. I won big money on the slot machines, and we have the boat down the street here. And so it was like 5 in the morning or 4 weird time in the morning, and I couldn't sleep. So I got up, got dressed, went out on the boat, didn't wake my husband. I won $50 right away. Called him. He goes, "Where are you?" I go, "I'm on the boat, and I just won $50. I had a dream I was going to win money. I just won $50." He goes, "Okay, now come home." So I did.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
took my $50 and went home.
Hey,
But there were
Kelly.
so many people there, a lot of older people that go to the boat.
Yeah. Alex says casinos can be quite addictive. That's for sure. I mean, but my father had an addictive personality. He was an alcoholic, so he drank our money away. I mean, it was his money, but thank you, Deb.
My brother-in-law, he would get glassy-eyed. Him and his wife, we'd just tell him, "You won $200. Now stop."
Yeah. All right. Next question.
What's next?
Is Silver Star?
An opportunity to bring some of my crafts into a business. Would this be a good move?
Would be a good move. Okay. I like to use this deck for that kind of stuff. Tell me about this opportunity.
I've seen you, Silver Star Priestess. I've seen you over there with Maya on the mystery thing. I know who you are. Yeah, I love mysteries. I want to go on there one day and do the mysteries with you guys. That looks fun.
Oh, wow. That's a lucky person. Sherry says, I had a coworker that whenever she went to a casino, usually the second or third machine pull, she would win 100. She would win hundreds every time. Wow. What is that about?
I don't know, but I never do.
Wow. Deb said she stopped at $40, but had a friend tell her to try the $5 slots. So she put in the first $5 and won $600. So I stopped. Oh, that's a nice win.
I went to Vegas and played the nickel slot all the way to Vegas.
Yeah. Sometimes I played the quarter slots, but that was 20 years ago. All right. So Silver Star. You know what? I just have to do something. Okay.
Well, I got with the pendulum, Silver Star Priestess. I got yes. You may be working with other people. Don't look at my nails. You may be working with other people.
Oh, now I'm gonna look. Jeez.
So you may be working with some other people, and it says you're going to maybe collaborate with some other people, but you should have success. I got 3 yes cards. Yeah, and it talks about you. Says that you're a mature person. You got the nurturing card. This is you, the Queen of Cups. That you are a warm and sensitive, kind person. That you can be shy and easily wounded. You sometimes can be a daydreamer. Says you're psychic. But if you do go and do that, you're gonna. It's an investment, the money that you put into these things, but you're gonna bring in a little bit of money if you do. It's probably not going to be ton of money. It looks like it's the starting of something though, but it could be. And then at the end, you got the death card, which usually means something new, something, a transition, some sort of change. So maybe that's going to start some kind of a new business for you. But I got yes with the pendulum, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4 yeses with the cards.
Okay, I got yes as well. And the energy of the reading is the King of Pentacles. You can't get better than that.
Oh, good.
Okay, but
Better than my little page.
it starts with the Three of Swords. But what I picked up was that you're just very, very uh, worried that it's not going to work and it's going to cause you heartache. And so that's what I'm picking up. It's just the feelings you have around it. But I get the celebration card, the Three of Cups, and the Sun. That's a big yes. It may take some time. Okay, got the hangman here. It may take some time, but it looks like it will work out. She says, yes, I felt it was a good offer, could lead to new opportunities. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It could lead to a long term, grounded, but can lead to, this is what this card is, can lead to long term goals and stability, but it takes some time. Just like a tree, you plant a tree and it's small and it grows. So I'm getting the same thing.
Bye, Kelly. Thanks for dropping in.
Bye, Kelly.
Remember to hit the like. I'm sure you've already done that, though.
I always forget to ask people that. I gotta remember.
Hit the like button, people. She says, Silver says, I've tried other avenues that haven't been working, and this feels good, and it's local. Well, there you go. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
What do you do? What do you make, Silver?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of crafts? Maybe when I get some money, I could get something from you.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Colorful Foresight. Yeah, I like those cards too. I think I got like 15 decks here, and you think that'd be enough, but no.
Oh, it's never enough. It's never enough. Talking about addiction.
It is addictive.
Yeah. So Colorful, you asked what I sprayed around me. This is from a local metaphysical shop, and so I think this is quite local. Let's see, made by hand on Salt Spring. There you go, on the island that I live on, Salt Spring Island. It's handmade. Anyways, it's called Upala is the name of the company, and it's for the throat chakra. And it says clear truth. So I spray it to help me speak the truth.
I got energy. This is Mystic Angel. It's Energy Shield, Palo Santo, and White Sage Smudge Spray. Reiki Charged, Black Tourmaline Crystal, and Archangel Michael Protection Essence. I got that from Amazon. And then from another star, I got my White Sage Spray. Dale doesn't like when I burn sage. It bothers him.
No, same here. I get complaints from, so I don't burn it anymore. Yeah, I'm going to have to get some sage spray.
Smells good.
So Silver said she makes spell candles.
Ooh.
And also teacup candles.
Really? Oh, I think you'll do good, Silver. I seen one lady, I don't know where she is, but she has a store that does that, sells spell candles. And yeah, I would be interested in that. That is cool.
Colorful says she can feel the energy shifts when you both spray. Well, there you go.
Really?
That's good.
That is cool. Yeah, Silver, let me know if you start selling them, because I would be interested. I tried to make some my own, and I'm not very good. I trust you're better than me.
So Tammy's wondering if she's going to lose her apartment.
Okay, let's see.
I can't. It's going back from yes and no. I don't know why it's doing that.
I'm gonna use my cards.
Yeah. Silver says she has an Etsy.
Oh, you do? I'm gonna have to look and see if that was things I had seen before.
Yeah.
For some one day.
Put the link on.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you? Just a minute. Are you a? Do you have a ranch? I should bring up this live on.
Yeah. Well, I don't like this, but I'm gonna. read you what I got, Tammy. Tammy B&B, let's see. Um, we'll see what, hopefully Sharon gets better cards than I did, but I got yes. I don't know what's going on, but there's a possibility of yes. And you're going through some pain about you're going through some heartache. You've been a little bit sad and worried and but she says whatever is going on that can cause you, says you need to stand your ground about something. I don't know what that's about, but I'm sure you do. But you're going to need to stand your ground and be determined. You know, you may have to take the high road in whatever's going on because there's some sort of territorial kind of thing, but it's telling you to stand up for your beliefs. But it does show you in a transition. It shows you got the Five of Swords. So it's saying, yeah, you may be going on a transition to calmer waters. Maybe you're going to find a better place after you have a storm or overcome a hardship. But I'm feeling like you are going to be possibly moving. So, what did you get?
Well, I got yes. The energy they're reading is the Sun card, so yes. And this is going to be very emotional for you. Here's the Ace of Cups. Yeah, but there was some shady stuff going on. Got the Moon here. And I agree with you that she has to go the higher ground. Here's the Page of Swords, and see how she's on this hill here. Yeah, she has to take the higher ground, and then she'll be successful with Six of Wands.
Yeah.
I mean, there's going to be, there's going to be some certainly arguing over this, but she has to make the decision what's going to make her happy. And then once she makes the decision, it's the Nine of Cups. So, yeah, I have a feeling. Yeah,
right now, anxiety.
Yeah, I have a feeling you are going to lose it. But it's not going to be a bad move for me. I think once you decide, okay, I can handle this. There's going to be a lot of emotion, but once you decide, okay, there's something better for me down the road. This is just one door closing, another one opening. That's how you have to look at it. And I know it's a huge thing to move. I hate moving. I hate it. But maybe look at it as a good time to purge and,
Yep. I don't know how many times, though, things in my life, whether it be losing a job, losing a boyfriend, whatever, ended up being for the best for me in the end.
Yeah.
I look back and think, man, if I had been still at that job, I wouldn't have found this job. If I'd have still been with that guy, I'd have been miserable and I wouldn't have found my husband. So, maybe you're going to find you a better apartment.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
Try not to have anxiety about it. I know that's easier said than done.
Yeah, exactly. So you're welcome. I hope just be prepared for it, and maybe start clearing, purging now, and look at it as an opportunity. Okay. Thank you for asking that question.
Yeah, I hate it when they don't come up the way I want them to.
Well, yeah.
It may be for the best.
My philosophy, though, is you're armed with information, so yeah, rather than have it come as a big surprise.
Hi, Kevin. Kevin's loving vibration.
Oh, hey, Kevin.
Nice to see you, my buddy, old pal. Is Mom Havina around me? Hi, Justin's mom.
Okay.
Yes, I believe she is.
Okay. Yes, I'm a bit. My Mom Havina around me. Yes, I'm getting a big yes. Getting a big yes. Okay. Let's see. There's a message. Did she have a small dog? Possibly two. Let's see if I can come up with a message. Yes. Okay. I saw her with a small, either, I can't remember. I can't see if it's one or two. Yeah. Yeah. She liked her dogs. So she's definitely around you. All right. Let's see. Let's see if she has a message for you. Yeah, well, she's definitely there, and she's happy, and she's got her dogs there. I think it might be more than one, but yeah, she's pretty happy. All right, let's see what she wants to say. Any message? There now. This is what I take as the card. This is from the Light Seers deck. I feel this one where they're the people in Earth are looking up at the sky, at the stars. Yes, she's with you. Yes, she's with you. And of course, she's with you in spirit. She's there. She's hugging you, but she knows that you think about her. Yeah, this is my card for the loved ones in spirit, that they are around you. Yeah. Ah. Oh, these are lovely cards. Okay. So I know you're missing her a lot, but the energy of the reading is the Chariot. She really wants you to move on from your grief, because she just is loving it where she is. She's happy. She's got her dog or dogs. And the first card I already talked about, the Three of Cups. And she's ascended into the spirit world. Here's the Judgment. She's ascended into the spiritual world, but she's still with you. Look at, there's the Two of Cups. She says, love you so much. And she's saying, talk to her. She talks to you all the time. So the Eight of Wands. And of course, you can communicate with her, meditate or whatever. You can communicate with her. And she knows that you miss her. Here's you looking out the window, and that you miss her so much. But she really wants you to know that she's just so happy where she is. And, please, she doesn't want you to grieve anymore. So, well, no, and it's hard. I mean, I've come to a place with my son that, I'm happy again. And I'm so happy that he leaves me signs. He does physical manifestations. So he leaves me signs, and I know he's there.
My mom leaves me dimes.
Yes, so does my son all the time. But he also physically moves things.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes. And like I was sitting, I've told this before, I was sitting, I was house sitting at this point, and I was sitting in a recliner, and I was actually talking to Kathy, Stafford from Guided Light Tarot. We were on a video chat, and I went, oh, that must be Jordan, because across from me, about 3 feet away, was a coffee table, and there was this heavier kind of placemat on the coffee table, and it lifted up and flopped on the floor. And he does stuff like that all the time. He also takes over my computer.
Really? How old was he when he?
13.
13? Yeah. Oh, yeah. So he's still he's teenager.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He loves to play tricks. Yeah. But getting to the dimes, he always leaves me dimes. But my sister, and I've told this story before, my sister who lives in Ohio, she lost, it's funny. I was in a mediumship class today, and we were practicing, and one of the other students picked up my nephew, my sister's son, who died in an avalanche just over a year ago. And he did extreme sports. I mean, he knew probably he was going to die that way, but he was 45. And he looked so much younger than that. He was very fit, and he was a very happy guy, full of energy. Anyways, so my sister knows that Jordan leaves dimes for me, and she phoned me like on my when it was my birthday. So her birthday call, she said, "I have to tell you something." She says, "David is leaving me dimes," but she lives in the States. And she says, "Get this, they're Canadian dimes. I don't have any Canadian dimes in the house." Like,
Wow. Wow. It's always been dimes, but when I was in Gatlinburg, we had to leave on Mother's Day. When I
right.
first got there, first thing I said is, I go, I got to call mom. And then I stopped and realized that I couldn't. And I got
Yeah.
crying because I always had mom with us, or I would
Yeah.
call her and show her.
Yeah.
Well, and then when we left on Mother's Day, I was down because it was Mother's Day. And I was sitting on the patio, and this red, I guess is it cardinal, the red one,
Mm-hmm.
sat there right on the little fence and stared right at me and was moving its head and would not leave. And I don't know
That's your
what
mom.
possessed me to say this. I go, Mom? And it just, I don't know where it came from. I go, Mom? And it just stayed, it watched me. And
It
then
was your
when
mom.
I got home, I sat on my patio, and another cardinal was right above my head on the branches of the tree. And I thought, well, Mom, and I thought, because she would always want to know I got home. So I put Rhapsody in Blue on, was her favorite song. And that bird
Aw.
started singing. And then I was talking to Kevin on the phone, and he goes, Deann, look behind me, because I was telling him about it, and it was a cardinal. So three I seen at once at the time that I was needing my mom. So it's like
Yeah.
they know when you need them. They
Absolutely.
find ways to tell you, you
Exactly.
know? So I pulled some angel cards for you, Justin's mom, and I got the first card was angel therapy, and what that one says is to give your cares and worries to the angels and allow them
Aw.
to take your burdens. And I got counselor, the card of counselor, which is you are a natural counselor, and many people are going to benefit from your guidance and reassurance. And what you've been through, you're going to help other people too, because you've been through this and you know how this feels. It's telling you to spread your wings. Do not hold back right now. The timing's perfect and you're ready to soar. And also, I got the card that you were clairvoyant. That it says Archangel Raziel says, I'm helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see heavenly love. Two cards you got of balance. So she wants you to be balanced and not sad, not unhappy. You may be an entrepreneur. She may be telling you that you could that be on the lookout for some exciting business opportunity that might unfold for you. And you got the same card of universal flow, which is telling you it's time to slow down, breathe, and take time to smell the roses. So I'm sure your mom would want you to take time to just breathe, relax, smell. She wants you to be happy, like you always want your kids to be happy. Your mom is your mom, up there, down here, wherever she's at. So yeah,
Exactly.
that's what I got from her. I don't have the mediumship ability, maybe someday, but
Oh yeah. Yeah.
the card,
Just take
I'm
some
not.
classes. You can develop it. Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome, Justin's mom.
You're welcome, Justin's mom.
Yeah, she's around. And remember, I got the chariot as the energy reading. Like, move on. She wants you to be happy.
Yes.
And I do that too. Even though my mom passed 6 or 7 years ago, there'll be things. Oh, I got to ask my mom about that.
You've done
Because
that too?
oh
Where
yeah,
you're like, I gotta call mom. And
yeah,
you're like, and you just for a moment you forget,
she was
you
a
know?
wealth of information, especially around supplements and uh, also metaphysical stuff.
You're so
Yeah,
lucky you had a mom that you could talk to about that kind of
yeah,
stuff. I don't know what
yeah,
my mother would have thought. My mom was pretty go with the flow kind of lady. She probably would like, well, if it makes you happy, you're not hurting nobody. That would have been her
exactly.
thought.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Sherry says she does the same thing. Yeah, I really miss my mom too. Yeah. Um, Yeah, and Justin's mom says the same thing. Yeah, I mean, my mom had her times, but I had a really good relationship with her. My
I did too.
my other two sisters did not, but they were challenging. They were as teenagers, they got into so much trouble. They were just well, they would stay out. They'd stay out too late, way past their curfew, and wonder why mom's upset when they come back home. Like,
Yeah.
duh, when's the light gonna turn on for
My
you guys?
my older brother and my older sister two are up in heaven with them, and my dad. And I got left with my brother, who is I love him, but he is a thorn in my side since the day he was born. I love him dearly, but he's a handful. He was kind of the one who was always in trouble and always needing help and always got to bail him out. And then I got an older sister, which I haven't talked to her in 5 years. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Sherry says,
oh, Justin's mom said her mom could read tarot.
oh,
Wow.
wow. I'm sure, tarot's become so much more popular. I'm sure that my mother would have started learning it.
My mom,
She,
her
she
thing
had,
was she was 86. She liked
she had
culture.
oracle cards though.
She
She had
did?
box. Yeah. Yeah. I inherited some of them. Yeah, I've got, not that one. Angel therapy. And I've got
Oh, I
another
like that
one.
one.
And I've got, oops, I'm dropping things. The Language of Letting Go, which I really love. Healing Cards,
Sometimes
Carolyn Meese. And another Doreen Virtue Angel cards as
I like
well.
Dorian.
But
Yeah.
yeah, but I could have I split them up with my daughter and me.
Didn't Dorian quit making cards?
Yes, she became very kind of
Religious?
born again Christian
Hmm.
and doesn't believe in it anymore.
But you know
But
what? She made another deck that I have, and it was, whether people believe it or not, but this was, she's making Christian ones now, see? She made that one. But I just keep that for positive message. There's some positive messages in there, and I will read those for myself sometimes if I need a little encouragement.
yeah. So Sherry's mom had visions. She could see people's death.
Oh, I bet she did hate that. See,
Mm.
I don't think anybody in my family has ever read
Yeah, I
tarot that
could
I
see it
know of.
before it happens. Yeah, I've had a few. I've had dreams. I've had prophetic dreams. I saw our principal, lovely woman. I saw her her breast cancer, a year before it was ever detected.
Well, you got the card that you were clairvoyant, so that doesn't surprise me.
No, yeah, it doesn't surprise me at all. Justin's mom, exactly.
I'm the only one in the family who I would say I know stuff, and people would say, "You can't know that." And I'm like, "I do." And they say, "How do you know?" Or I'd say, "That person's no good." And
Yeah.
I like everybody. But if I
Hmm.
meet somebody, I'm like, I don't trust that person. Don't trust them. My daughter was dating a guy, and I'm like, he's no
Hmm.
good. And my husband's like, you don't know him well enough to judge. I go, he ain't no good. And my daughter's like, you can't know that. So I just thought, what can I do? I just sit back and wait, and they found out. Or I can tell when the phone rings who it is and what they want a lot of the time, or what song's coming on the radio, but you can't tell people that stuff because they don't believe you. Hey, Kevin. Oh, you inherited a tarot deck from your grandma?
That's great.
Wow. That is so cool. And she's helping you as a guide on the other side with your abilities. That's wonderful. I wish I had somebody in my family I could talk to about this stuff. I'm glad I got you guys.
Oh, I know. I just love this community because I can talk about it freely.
Yes.
Like even my oldest daughter is really very very psychic, so I'm a medium too. Um, so she gets it, but she doesn't like to talk about it. And then my youngest she was so on fire when she was young, so connected. But now being a scientist, she no, I believe in
Um,
science.
both can be true. That's
Well,
the thing. Both can be true and are true.
actually, well, science is starting to meet with the metaphysical, and they are meeting
Mhm.
each other in the middle.
Yep. It's actually an awful death, but it's still a cool
Yeah,
memento to have from her. You'll have to show me, Kevin, if you ever have
yeah,
it. I can't
yeah,
wait to see that.
yeah. Okay,
Now,
I guess we should go on to another question because we're running out of time here.
my family
Oh,
used to hang out with the gypsies over in Wyoming. They had gypsies, and my family was real close to them. So, do I have gifts?
well, I already told him he was an empath for sure.
Okay. Okay, yes, I'm getting you're an empath. Does he have clairvoyance? No. Does he have claircognizance?
I think he has clear cognizance.
Claircognizance.
Yes, I got that just before you said it. Yeah, clear cognizance. So you're having like when a random thought will hit you, that's your clear cognizance.
And you're an empath.
Yeah,
Claircognizant and empath is what
yeah,
I got.
yeah, yeah. I got the clear cognizance even before I started to ask it, and then the pendulum. Sorry, I'm hiccuping here.
Kevin says it's got wrong and where'd he go? It's got wrong and weird keywords on a rider weight deck. It's weird. I still want to see.
Oh, Amy says that's why I'm moving to England. That picture of you kind of looks like what's her name? Who wrote Fleabag? And she's also written other hit shows too.
Huh.
What's
I
her
don't think I've
name?
ever seen that show.
Oh, Fleabag's a riot. She's it's different. She won, yeah, and she won for another big series. Do you know who I'm talking about, Amy? What's her name? Oh, her name. Oh, I almost had it. You know what? I'm going to look it up. It's bugging me. It'll bug me till I get it. So I'm just going to look up Fleabag, and that will tell me.
Yeah, I mean that's hard when you're doing something and then your mom's there and she don't approve and
Yeah.
you feel like you got to hide things and you want to just be able to be who you are and like what you like. You're not hurting anybody. You're trying to help people.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, and she's written some hit shows. I'm trying to think of what the other ones are. She's won Emmys for them, and she wrote I think she wrote Killing Eve.
I thought I'd watched all the movies. I'm a big movie buff, but I hadn't seen
Well,
those.
no, it's not movies. These are British shows.
Oh, okay. That's why I haven't seen them.
Oh, she's won Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Comedy Series. Oh, she's won so many awards. Wow.
And Amy looks like her?
Yeah, that looks like her. Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to think of what
It is a major life.
for writing.
Oh, Killing Eve. Yeah, Sherry H. I saw that. I saw Killing Eve. I don't remember much about it. It's been so long.
Yeah, I haven't seen the fourth season yet. I need to watch it. I love Killing Eve.
Hi, Katie. Love you. She is such a nice person.
Yes, Katie's great. I'm going to have her on again.
She's wonderful.
Yeah, maybe have both of you on. Okay. Yes, it's great. Oh, I love BritBox. I'm real fan of Brit TV shows. I love it because their actors are so just everyday people. Like they're not all these glorious, Barbie looking people. They're real. I just love it.
We
They
watch a
make
lot of foreign movies. I don't mind reading the captions. Sometimes it's neat because it's different. You've
yeah,
seen every kind of movie here, but then if you watch something, a Vietnamese movie or Chinese or Japanese
yeah.
or any of those, it's
Or
Spanish.
or Swedish or Finnish or
Hmm.
Dane. Yeah, I love watching the European. Yeah, I'll watch movies. The captions don't bother me at all.
Me
But I'm
neither.
a but I'm a fast reader, so it's okay.
Me too.
I know I remember a friend, she didn't like it because she wasn't a very fast reader.
My brother, he doesn't like it. He's dyslexic. I never knew that all my life, but one day
Mm,
he was over and I was like, Dennis, you're sitting right by the TV. I can't see. What's the synopsis say on this? And he was reading so slow. And I thought, what is wrong with you? Do you not know how to read? What's the problem? Because
yeah.
I didn't know. And he goes, well, I have dyslexia. I go, what? Mom, dad, nobody ever told me, but he said he sees everything backwards. And
Right.
so he hates the foreign films because he can't.
Exactly. Oh, I just had a big bird of prey fly by. Wow.
As long as you don't have a little dog out there.
No, my cat, but he can fend for himself. He's the great hunter. All right. Okay. Next question. I guess we better get to it.
Get you going, huh?
James. Oh, we already told James. We've got that. Okay, Alex, we're getting to your question. To meet the right people, shall I start looking when I start working in California this year, or look online because I can't find anyone?
Okay.
Okay. Should I try looking at long before I go to California?
Yeah, you should wait on getting till California. Because if you're moving,
Should wait till
meet somebody in California. I'm getting that you will meet somebody there.
Yeah, I'm getting that too.
When are
Got
you working in California? Oh, it's this year, you said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll meet somebody when you go there.
Yeah.
You might not have enough time to develop a relationship here, and then you're going to be moving anyway. So,
Although he could maybe a relationship online of somebody who's over there, but
yeah, but that's
yeah,
hard, long distance,
it's very hard. Yeah.
especially with a new relationship.
Okay. All right. So this is our last one. Any messages for Phoebe Waller-Bridge? I love her, by the way. She's just so funny, so
Oh,
witty.
and who was it? Was Sterling that has the? I know the name's longer than Sterling because I know there's a Sterling. I'm trying to remember the rest of her name. Oh, Silver Star Priestess. Hey, Silver Star Priestess. Is that what you're under on Etsy? If I want to look for your candle, is it under Silver Star Priestess on Etsy? If you're still there.
Yeah. Sherry says she loves the sitcoms on BBC too. There's also a show. It's a game show, but it's very, very intelligent. It's called Q something, or just Q. And the thing is, there'll be a question, and people will try to answer it. And you guess who has the right answer, but it's very funny, and but you learn a lot. You learn a lot. Oh, there's Silver Stars put in the yeah.
Oh, is you putting it down for me?
Yeah, Silver Star Priestess is what it's under.
Okay, all righty. I'm gonna
Yeah,
I'm gonna hold that on my phone now.
Oh, so do you know Amy? Just ask Deann. I'm pretty funny myself.
Yeah, she was my channel was the first one she went on live. So then the second she said was going to be Scott. So Hermie and was it Katie? Anyway, we all went on together.
Cool.
Innocent person.
Okay, any messages from my angels? Let me tune in here. Actually, I'm going to get some angel cards. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay, I'm saving this so I can, when I have some money, I can get a candle from you. Okay, there. You have links to your videos too? Okay, thanks.
Oh, I know where the other deck is. It might be in here. Where did that go?
Okay. All righty. I'll read you what I got, Amy, while she's getting her stuff there. I pulled some angel cards for you, okay, because you wanted a message from your angels. So I got Archangel Michael. Remember who you are. You are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. Whether you want to say source, universe, whatever, you are loved. And remember who you are. You got the Jewel card of increased support. Your positive focus and willingness to receive has opened the doorway to an abundance of help and opportunities. So you are going to have an abundance of help and opportunities when you go. It talked about maybe you doing some creative writing. This is Archangel Gabriel. It says, make time to write down your thoughts in a journal or pen, an article or book. And you got the Moldavite card, unconventionality. Your unique qualities are an important part of your life purpose. It's okay to feel and be different from others. That sounds like what you were talking about. And the last cards I got for you is all is well. You know, Archangel Jeremiah, everything is happening exactly as it is supposed to, with hidden blessings that you will soon understand. And the last jewel card was titanium rainbow quartz, which says it's multifaceted. There are many layers of dimensions to the situation or person you're asking about. So yeah, all is going to be well. Talks about doing some creative writing. Remember who you are. You're going to get support and be proud of who you are. You're not the conventional. Your unique qualities are an important part of your life purpose. I like that one for you. So see what Sharon got.
Okay.
Oh, silver, that star. Thank you.
Okay.
These big cards are good for fans when you're having a health flash.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. First one is vacuum away your fear and call upon Archangel Michael and Raphael to lift fear-based energy from you, your surroundings, and this situation, and everyone involved. I'm going to read that again. So vacuum away fear. Call upon Archangels Michael and Raphael to lift fear-based energy from you, your surroundings, this situation, and everyone involved. And then I pulled second one, ear chakras. This is ear chakras. And it is notice messages that appear as sounds, music, and words from both external sources and within your mind. These messages are real answers to your prayers. That's pretty neat.
So the stuff about you, Amy, that your family may not understand is what just makes you special. And those are talents that you have for a reason, I feel. And maybe you're being drawn to England, and I think you're going to be happy.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to go somewhere else. I want to see Australia. I'm getting sick of Illinois and the United States.
I love where I am, but I want to go to Europe and the UK. You know what? I just realized that I have two angel therapy decks by Dory Virtue. They're the same. I'm going to have to at some point give this. Well, to give Yeah, trade or give it away.
Yeah.
The ones that I got from my mother, I'm going to keep. I keep them in this special angel box.
Aw,
Yeah,
that's
so
so sweet.
I keep them in here.
Oh, that looks good in there too, with the little
Yeah, doesn't
angel
it?
on top and the little angel.
Yeah,
Yes. That's
yeah,
so special that you had, so make your mom, you could talk
yeah,
about stuff like that with your mom. I talk about my
exactly.
mom with everything, but I don't know if I'd talk to her about this or not. I would eventually.
Maybe eventually, yeah. Yeah, I have to be careful. I know there's even some of my friends are they're kind of spiritual, but then in some things I talk about, you can see them go, they're not buying it.
Yeah, I have a friend, Cindy. She's like, she goes, "Are you sure?" She knows I had a channel. I didn't tell her what the channel, and she goes, "Are you sure that's safe? Are you sure you're safe? Are you putting your?" And she just worries about me. She's my best friend, and so it wasn't so much against what I was doing as worrying.
Right, right. Yeah. Well, we'll have to do this again.
Yes,
And
that's fun.
I'll see you, I guess I'll see you twice tomorrow.
Oh yeah, yeah. It depends on how I feel. I'm planning on going on to Scott's and to say happy
Right.
birthday to Amy. If I'm hurting too bad, I'll probably just go on there for, a little bit, just so I can read her a card and say happy birthday and say hi
Yeah.
to everybody. I don't have to stay on a long time if I'm hurting.
No. And so she says, I love it. Um, she can't wait for England. Oh, I really want to go there.
Oh, me
I mean,
either.
I know that's my ancestry, like the UK, Ireland, and they also some of the family was in England as well. That came over from Ireland. So I really want to go there. I um, you're welcome, Amy. I would really love to maybe rent a motorcycle or buy a used one or something and have somebody sell it for me when I leave. Um, go through Ireland on my motorcycle and do B and B's. Yeah,
Scotland would be cool too, to see all the castles and things like that. The
yeah,
old.
exactly. Well, the UK, yeah, I want to do it all. Yeah,
Mhm.
Wales, yeah, Scotland,
I'd want to
and
see Italy, Greece, Australia. I've got so
yeah,
many places. If I had money, that's what the money would go for. I'd travel.
yeah. I love going into museums. I'll be in there for hours. Just
Museums?
yeah, I'll just take it all in because ever since I was a kid, I think what I'm doing is picking up the energy of the stuff,
Ah,
right?
yeah, I never thought about that. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I could see myself there, like when the Egyptian, I don't know, show is not the right word, but when that display came from Egypt, it was well, I can't remember Tutankhamun the second or something.
I think so.
Yeah, I was touring the world, and when it came to Victoria, oh, I was just lost in there. Just, and I know I've done many, many lives in Egypt.
Egypt would be really neat to see the pyramids and
Yeah.
everything. I really want to travel. The problem is my pocketbook don't want me to travel.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of there too. I had a really incredible I don't know if anybody remembers in the chat here, a woman named Lalita Labib, I think. Anyways, Lalita. She was from
That's
Italy,
pretty.
but lived. I mean, she lived in California and then lived quite a few years in Italy, but has come back. And she said to me, um, she would love to come on. So I'm going to have her on sometime. And so she said, as an audition, I'll do your chart. So she took my information and she reported out just this past Monday. I went and she said, I've done thousands of charts. I've never seen one like yours.
Really?
And then she says, I want you to be my best friend.
Aw. I had mine done, and a lady told me that she was shocked that it took me this long to do tarot or anything like this, because she said that
Right.
my charts with being a Scorpio and the way the planets were, that I had an affinity that she figured I would have been doing this a long time ago.
Yeah.
Probably would have if I'd have been allowed to.
Yeah. Anyway, she was saying with quite urgency, she said, okay. And she showed me on the chart. She was teaching me. She says, this here, this is your mediumship is going to explode. It's going to break wide open. And within 2 years, like it'll take 2 years for you to get organized, but I see you writing a book and traveling.
The traveling part sounds good.
Yeah.
I can't.
So now she's just showing me the roadmap. It's up to me to do it. So
Yeah.
I do have some ideas. There's lots of ideas, but I was thinking around something around growing your spiritual garden. Just having, talking about spiritual, your spiritual health, how to make yourself more spiritual, spiritual practices and stuff like that, but done in the metaphor of tending your spiritual garden, like sort of garden metaphors.
Well, and you're a
So
teacher, so that'll be something that you'd probably be very good at because of that too, That's
yeah,
going to help
yeah,
writing the book.
I could see myself doing seminars or workshops and that kind of thing. I think there'll be a workshop book with it too.
My husband
So,
writes books. He's very good at it.
does he? Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Mhm.
Wow. Yeah.
I don't
So,
publish, but he's very good. I mean, I've read some that I thought, I would buy this book. This is a really good book. He reads them to me. Short
neat.
stories, a lot of them, some long.
Yeah. Oh, short stories. That's a challenging genre actually to tell, a short story to get everything in there in a short story. Yeah. So anyway, she told me lots and like she even said, like, I'm seeing this on the scale of someone like Edgar Casey. I went, what?
I do not know who he is, so.
Oh, he was an incredible medium. He was a trance channeler. He was a trance channeler.
I'll have to look him up.
Oh,
Now you got
huge.
me curious.
Hi, Hilda.
Hi, Hilda.
You're late. We're just finishing up.
Silver Star Priestess said that's her #1 place she wants to go to is Egypt.
Yeah, I
That
want
would
to
be
go there.
so cool.
Yeah, I want to go there. Yeah. We'll see.
If it's meant to be, it'll be.
Yeah, well, it's given me a spark. She's going to check in with me in a month. She wants to, because she says in the next few days, I want you to start, just start getting ideas and just start. So I said, okay. So I already have started an outline and kind of, what I want to do, and then the framework of a garden. So, tending your spiritual garden. So that's my idea for now. But I also know that, you'll start these things and they'll just evolve naturally. Where you start is not where you end up.
Right.
In other words, the book will reveal itself to you
as you go.
As you go.
Because when Dale's writing, he doesn't know where he's going with it. It comes to him a little at a time,
Yeah, it's a journey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
I wish I was good at something like that, but
yeah. Well, it's funny. I quit filling in, like I retired, as 3 years ago, but I've been filling in for the last. Oh, there she is.
Ooh.
Lalit. Hey, do you want to come on just for a minute? This is the woman that did my
your chart.
Lalit, come on. I want you to explain just a few things what you saw in my chart. Can you do that? I'll send you the link. Yeah, Silver, I can't wait. I've been filling for quite a while now, and I've stopped all my filling and teaching. I've stopped it all big. Mm-hmm. And also, I know I'm not going to be doing this for much longer. I'm feeling like I told my best friend, I said, I feel like I'm going to be doing something bigger, reaching more people. And I was telling her about this chart. I said, do you remember me telling you I knew there was going to be something bigger? Mm-hmm. And she said, okay, all right, I'll put the link.
Is she coming?
She's coming.
Lalit. What
She's
a different name.
Woman.
I like it.
Lalit. Yeah, she's a lovely woman. Okay. All right.
Yeah, Silver Star Priestess. I hope to meet
there
you
sometime.
It is.
So come on. The thing is, you guys are going to have to hold me to it. I got to write this book. I'm excited
What
and
are
I'm
we
dreading
gonna
it too.
do? Did you write it yet? Did you write it yet? What page are you on? You're just starting to
Exactly,
go, shut up,
exactly.
Deann. Leave me alone.
That's not how I work. I don't do it sequentially. I'll just start, I probably will do it a little bit here on this chapter, a little bit there on that chapter. That's kind of how I work. So, but
Everybody's got their
it all
own.
comes together in the end. And as I said, it'll evolve, it'll change. I'll probably do complete rewrites or a complete, approach to it. It's just getting started and doing it, and then it just, as I said, it will evolve organically.
Well,
It will
you're
make
doing a
changes.
book, and other people are, Scott and Andrea are making cards, and I'm
Yeah, really.
this is a big deal for me. Just being on the channel
Oh,
and doing.
thank you, Silver. I'd love to meet you too. Okay, Lalita, you coming on? I put the StreamYard link in there. She's amazing. She's older than me, and she's got exercise equipment in her place, and she keeps herself fit. And she told me I have to make sure I'm really improve my health and diet
Well,
and exercise.
I lost 40 pounds and I went on vacation and I cheated a little bit, but I tried for the most part not to cheat too bad. And I was scared to get back on the scale. And I finally got on it today and I haven't gained any back. So
All right.
now we've got to work on getting back on track
Good
again.
for you. Okay, we've got you on the screen, but your video camera's not on, Lily.
Well, I got some bad news today that
Oh.
I my my ex-husband passed away, and so I'm looking a little ragged. And so if you'll pardon me, I don't mind if you saw me, I'd scare you all.
Oh, you need to turn down. You've got YouTube open, and you need to turn it down because I'm getting an echo.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I turned off my speaker and then it reverted back to my TV, and I didn't even realize it. That's how out of it I am. I'm so happy to see you, but I hope you haven't been giving everyone too high hopes about what I said, because I'm feeling a little bit discombobulated today, and I can express myself the best I can. Did you have a question? What did you want me to talk about? I just joined. I didn't know what.
Oh, just I
you
was
wanted me.
saying how fabulous the reading was, and that the chart, and that you said my mediumship was really going to take off in the
Right.
within the next 2 years. Yeah, and that I had to get myself organized because I'm going to be doing something bigger, like writing a book. Like I need to start writing the book now, and
Yes.
I've already started on it.
You have. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that, because this is a really big moment for you to set all of these goals. And between your Mercury, your Pluto, your Neptune, your Saturn, all of these, you have activated everything with this last eclipse season has just triggered all of these talents that you have, plus the fact that you have that unusual feature called the finger of God.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Pointing to that's the thing that is so critical. It's so amazing in your chart. It's something so unusual, and it's focusing. The finger of God focuses into your wide conjunction of Sun and Venus in Pisces in the first house, and we know Pisces is the sign of spirituality and psychic abilities, and you have it in your first house. And you also have Mercury in Pisces, and the energy of your finger of God is being focused to that area. And it's coming from your Pluto on the descendant, and your Neptune in Libra. And it's an amazing aspect because, well, maybe I can turn on the camera, and I just grabbed a very bad copy of your chart. I don't know if anyone wants me to turn, and know you can see it in the dark here, but It's such an unusual aspect. The finger of God is an indication of someone with a very high life purpose, who is got a big element of destiny because of their past life abilities. They've signed they have a contract that is of great importance to people on earth. Like, you're a major light spreader, and we need you so badly at this time. And the finger of God shows this element of destiny. And you're also, with your Aquarius and Uranus being so heightened, you are focused on the good of humanity. Like, all of your energy is focused toward improving life on the earth. And now is your moment to shine. That's pretty much the best way I can sum it up. After sort of catching my breath, I just saw you were on. I turned to you on, and here I am. Anyway, did that sound coherent? Did I explain
Yes,
that okay?
yes, it did actually. Yeah, I forgot about the
Yeah.
finger of God. Um,
That's a highly unusual aspect, and really
yeah,
appears to people with a high that have a contract that's very important to humanity.
I was I saw this. I can't remember where I saw it, but there's 144,000 light workers that are been activated, and they're the ones that are going to help the Earth through the change. You know, rising the vibration of the Earth and humanity. And so I immediately thought I was one of those. I could feel it. And then I
Well,
asked Debbie from Freebird Spirit. I had a reading from her, and I said, I saw this, and I felt like I am one of those people. And so she looked, spiritually, says, "Yes, you are."
well, your chart is so evident. I remember that I told you when my first sentence to you was that when I saw your horoscope, I wanted you to be my best friend, because you are such a high-minded person, and you have such a high level of spirituality and advancement, and all of your energy is always focused toward the good, toward the better good of all. And that it's something so rare to see a horoscope like yours with this elevated Neptune and Pisces, and your Pluto is getting active now, which is a high level of mediumship. So I think you're going to be finding yourself really getting very big visions and dreams and spiritual insight and guidance from the highest realm. And it's a really an amazing chart. I wasn't really ready to discuss it, and
Oh,
I'm
you're doing
72, so I'm remembering
no,
all of the elements. When I saw it, I
no,
went,
you're
wow.
remembering it very well, better than me. Yeah, I completely forgot about the finger of God. Yeah, I'm listening to you saying this, and on some level, I go, yeah, I know I'm supposed to be doing this, and on another part of me is going, like, really? I mean, not that I don't believe it. It's like I'm the observer and going, oh wow, she's got a big job to do. Like I'm kind of separated from it too. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Well, I do, but I see that you've taken the step to start your book, and you're going
Oh,
to
I
be
have, yeah.
finding yourself.
Well,
I
you
think
told
you're
me
going
to.
to be finding, you start your book, and you're going to get speaking engagements around where you're going to affect so many lives.
Well, I told you that the first, like, I taught for 40 years, and my thing there was to spread love to my kids, right, my students, and letting them see who they are, letting them see what I was seeing, because I would see into their soul. And when they come up and talk to me, they would blow me away with the love they were reflecting back to me. And and I knew it's because they knew that I loved them, that I could
Mhm.
see into their spirit, their soul. And I definitely had that reflected back. It was just wonderment. And the thing is, I would listen to them. I wasn't just going, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I would look into their eyes and I would listen. And so that was 40 years of teaching. So that's, I was meant to do that, but now I'm supposed to be doing it at a higher level.
Well, I think that you have a niche that is so needed right now. Think of what teachers are going through with all of this chaos and danger and fear and all of the mental health of the children, and they're being spoken about. Oh, teachers need to carry guns, all this kind of thing. I think
Awful.
your book should be also oriented toward educators and parents in this way. You could probably get great speaking engagements at teachers meetings and
Conferences, yeah. Well, there's two
teachers
sides to me.
need
There's
teachers
some
need
teaching books I want to write, and there's the spiritual books I want to write. But yeah, you're right.
the
I
two
mean,
sides can
what
blend in one. The teachers
as a
need
first
you.
year teacher, I gave a workshop on, because I was doing meditation with my kids. I only
Right.
had 10 students, but it was a protected class. It was special needs students, and they could not function in a regular class. And every afternoon we did meditation. I called it guided imagery, like they were floating on their cloud, but what it really was meditation. I was getting them to meditate.
I did that too when I was working with the school district, and I used to use it visualization techniques
Yes.
in their spelling exams,
Yeah.
so that everyone went from getting really low scores to, I said, everyone's going to get 100% after you do this. And they did. It was amazing. But I think that you have a natural, you have an audience that needs you, because teachers have giving, and they don't
Well,
have any input from the sources like this that are
they're
like
just
you.
being beaten down all the time. I know the teachers and the staff that I worked with, it's really sad now. With COVID, they had all that extra on them, and they're so tired. They're so exhausted.
Yeah. My
They're
daughter's a
so
school
exhausted.
social worker, and she's stressed out. She loves the kids, and the kids love
Yeah.
her,
Yeah.
but it's just so much on them,
Yeah. And also, on top of that, the administration of the district, they just keep bringing in new stuff and expecting higher and higher things on top of what you're already doing. And, and we've been giving so much as teachers, it's like an elastic band. We keep stretching what we have, where they're not giving us any more resources, but expecting us to do more. And then, and it's at the breaking point. And the COVID, I think, just broke it. And they're the walking wounded now.
Yeah.
And and this is without where we are, without school shootings and stuff like that. I mean, there's been one or two or something in Canada that I can think of. One at a university that was awful, almost 40 years ago. Polytechnique was in Quebec, and this guy went in and shot all the women students, the engineering students. It was 14 of them that he shot dead. That's still deep in our hearts. And I think there's been one or a few others, but it's not like it is in the States. But even with that aside, teachers are expected to do so much more. And the way parenting or non-parenting is done now, you now have to deal with teaching kids manners, and that no means no, drawing boundaries and all that sort of thing. I've gone on a rant on this before on my channel, but that kids don't have boundaries, and they're lost. Now, the ones that come from, I have ones that come from really good families and that sort of thing, and those kids do well because they know where they stand. And there's consequences. I mean, loving consequences, but there's consequences if, when they go wrong. Whereas, anyways.
I was teaching here in Las Vegas for a couple of years, and one problem that we had was a lot of homeless kids.
Yeah.
That is a huge challenge.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Kids are the adults. Some kids are they're taking care of everything, and the parents are on drugs or alcohol, and the kids are having
exactly.
to be adults in the family.
Yeah.
So
I had a young student, on the staff, we called him Bush Baby because he was born in the bush. He was literally born in the forest in a tent. His parents lived in a tent, and there's lots of people on this island that they're doing that. They're hidden, but they're living in the forest. Yeah, so it's there's some challenges here too, and people that are drugs as well. There's poor families here, and with the gas going up and the food prices going up, I don't know how they're doing it.
Well, most people have the challenge if they're not teachers themselves, they're either parents or grandparents or
Yeah,
they're helping out other people who do have
yeah.
children. But the majority of people have this issue, and that's if you could instill your insight and give people hope and confidence and knowledge of how to help kids spiritually, it would be
Oh, yeah, yeah,
huge. And the
yeah.
teachers and kids really need your insight.
Well, we have workshops here where we have people from the community come in and do yoga with the kids
Mm-hmm.
and drumming and that sort of thing. We've got lots of. Oh, thank you for doing that, Deann. Yes,
I didn't
please.
figure I'd put that down because it didn't show up here, like usual. So I thought people might
Yeah,
not
sorry
know.
about that. Yeah, I'll put it
I
up
thought that
right
happened
now.
to me when I had Danny on my
No,
channel.
yeah. So, yeah, please subscribe to Deann's channel. So, yeah, I definitely think that's probably another book. It can be another, yeah, it could be another even offshoot to the other book I'm thinking that I'm already started. Now, when I say started, I've done an outline and put some things, some topics I want to touch on, but that's just the beginning. Oh, and by the way, Lilita, um, you said set the intention before I go to sleep, to get guidance.
Yes.
And so I did that. And the next morning went out to YouTube and all of a sudden saw this commercial that I hadn't seen before. And it was about publishing. So I looked at
That's
that.
great.
So yeah, so there's these online publishers you can go with. But anyways, oh, and I saw, yeah, one, they were talking about a certain platform you can use for publishing. And then there was another one by the same guy that talked about the 10 best ones or something, and the pros and cons of each one, if you went with it. And so I thought, this is weird. I've never seen this before. And here, boom, it came up.
Like your
Yeah.
angels are reading
Well,
you.
your guides are listening to your intention.
Yes. So I'm setting the intention every night to get more insight into what I'm supposed to be doing. But I have started. I wanted you to know that.
That is so beautiful. I'm so happy. I'm just sorry I didn't see that you were going online until it was the very end, and I just
Oh,
got
that's
the
okay. I
tail
usually do
end, but
4
I'll
o'clock,
remind it.
but I got stuck and couldn't get here on time. So we started at
So
5.
Lisa, do you do charts for other people?
I would highly
Yes,
recommend it. She's amazing, and she'll teach
Do
you.
you?
She'll show you, explain the chart. I love how she explains it.
Okay. Do you have a channel?
well, I haven't got my domain on the internet paid for and my YouTube channel paid for. So, I mean, I want to get the same name on the web and my YouTube channel that I'm opening. The only YouTube channel I have now is related to music. I teach music. And so
Okay.
it's related to that. So I'm going to open a separate astrology channel, but you can book a reading with me if you just send me an email. I'm lalitstaub@gmail. I don't know if you could put that.
I'll put it. Yeah.
Could you put
Lalit,
it?
LALIT.
Yes. And then the last name is spelled S like Sam, T like Tom, A apple, L Larry, B boy. lalitstaub@gmail. You could just
Okay.
send me anyone who wants a reading can contact me, and I'm doing an introductory price of extremely inexpensive because I've been not doing astrology for a few years, shall we say. I started
You could have
doing it
fooled. You
in
could have.
1968.
You could have
I've
fooled
done
Oh,
it.
me.
I was 4.
Okay, I've put it in the chat there. So
Thank you.
lillystaub@gmail.com. Yeah,
I've got it
Thank
in my phone too.
yeah.
And you said you're having a special on it, or will you just tell us when we email you?
Yes.
Okay,
Then
I'll email you.
yes. All right. That's beautiful. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So I am taking everything you told me seriously, and although it is, I find it daunting. I am going forward.
Right. Well, you have all of the aspects for manifesting your long-term, very profound, all of your goals are really going to get a little shot of energy right now in this period, and will project you into a very great success. Everyone needs you right now, and you're going to shine. That's a beautiful thing. I'm excited for you.
Well, I feel very humble. This has really humbled me, this experience. So I'm gonna try to step up to the plate.
You can't help but step up to the plate, girl. You are. You are
Well,
such a light for
I guess
people.
I already
Everyone,
started it by doing this channel, but as I said, within the last few months, I knew as I said, I told my best friend, I said, I'm supposed to be doing something way bigger.
yes. You're going to be speaking to large crowds of people.
That doesn't scare me.
But it
No,
doesn't. Being a teacher and being on
being a
here and
teacher.
Well, and I used to be really shy. If you saw me as a student teacher, a beginning
Yes.
teacher, I was very shy, but I've developed, the kids have brought it out in me.
Well, because it's not your ego that's involved here. When people
No,
have stage fright and fear, they're afraid of how they're going to appear. They're afraid of what people think of them, and that is so beyond you. This is not what you're doing. You're channeling the divine, and you have nothing to be shy about that, because you're spreading light and divinity through you as a channel, and it doesn't involve your ego, so you won't have that
no.
fear of what people think of you, because it's a non-issue.
At my son's memorial, there was a whole gymnasium full of people, and of course, my wife and I were crying, and my daughters, we just cried the whole time. But when it came up to speak, wasn't crying anymore. And I just spoke from the heart. And wasn't feeling any kind of stage fright or wondering what people were thinking. I just spoke from the heart. And in fact, one person there, a friend, was so impressed with me and my ability with public speaking that she wanted me to speak at her wedding. So I did do that. But yeah, I go into a zone where I know the people are out there, and I can focus on them. Like when I public speak too, when I have to get up in front of people for the school district or something like that, I will look at people. I'm looking around the room, but I've learned to get over myself. Like, they want you to do well. They don't want you to stumble. They're rooting for you. So I just keep that in mind. I just go into this zone.
Well, I think you have a whole team rooting for you, and
Oh
your
yeah.
mediumship is going to give you the ability to channel this through you in a way that you're just going to reach everyone's heart.
Well, what I really want to do is channel people's loved ones, especially parents who want to contact their children. Let's say
Mhm.
they've lost a child, that sort of thing, because I've found it so comforting that I can communicate with my son. I know he's
Mhm.
around and he gives me signs that he's around. It's made me feel so much better. So, my mother as well. and that experience with Lisa Smith's mother passing, and she visited me as a hummingbird. I mean, it's
Yes.
a long story, but it's amazing. Have you heard this story, Deann?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, I'm sure people in this chat have heard it before, but um, I was Lisa's. I was chatting with Lisa on a video call, and this was before we started our channel. We would do these long video chats, sometimes all night, and this was one of those all-nighter ones. And we'd laugh and cry, and we just would talk all night. Anyways, her mother, she was looking after her mother who had had a stroke 10 years before, and so her movement was limited. She had to do a lot for her. And her mother would ring this bell, and so she said, "Oh, there's Mom's bell." And she got up, and all of a sudden I heard her saying, "Mom, Mom." And what she was doing was CPR, because her mother had a stroke.
Oh my God.
And Lisa was an EMT. She's still a licensed EMT, but she was working in administration. So anyways, and then all of a sudden, and then I could see, this is like within 2 minutes, and the people got there so fast, I could see all the red lights flashing, and all of a sudden all these EMTs, about half a dozen of them came in, and they shoved Lisa out. And then anyways, long and short of it is she was taken to the hospital, but Lisa couldn't stay with her because of COVID. But they did let her come the next day. No, she had a COVID test, and they let her come the next day. Anyway, so this was hours after they took her away. This was about 7:30 in the morning, her time, in Kentucky, and about 12:30. So 5 hours later, I'm talking to Lisa on the phone to check in and see how she's doing. And I've got this, I wonder if I got my favorites. I've got a skylight in my bedroom. And, the roof is peaked like this. So my ceiling's like that. And in one of the peaked part, there's a big skylight. And I can actually go and stand up and look out through it. And I said to Lisa, "Oh, there's a bird trying to get my attention." And it was a little hummingbird. So I'm going to treat this frame that you see me in right now. So this bird was going, I'll have to, so the bird was like this, poking its head. "Hi, hi, I'm here. I'm here." It was a hummingbird. "I'm here." And I said to Lisa, "This bird wants my attention." And I went to the sky, looked out, and about 15 feet away was this hummingbird stationary and looking right at me. You talked about the cardinals and the eyes. This bird was looking right at me. It was getting my attention. And she said, "Look what I can do." And she started to do loop-de-loops, and she's flying around and saying, "Wee!" And she's just so full of joy. And she's doing this, and then she'd go. And I thought that was it, right? And then she'd come back. "Hi, hi, I'm here." I go to the window again, and there she was waiting for me. This went on for about 8 or 9 times. And each time she was saying, "Wow, look what I could do." And she was just so full of joy. So this was when she was actually technically brain dead. She was on the machines, but she was out of her body. I mean, she was basically already dead. So Lisa had to go and, give permission for them to take her off the machines. And the peeps, our chat, our community, a lot of them came in. We went into that hospital room, energetically. We were all there. And Lisa said that room was so full of people. She could feel it. It was just amazing. And she said she actually saw a mist rise from her mother's body when her mother left.
I wish I'd have seen that. I didn't see that when my mom passed. She's seen things, but I was looking to see if I would see when it happened, but I didn't.
Yeah.
But that is such a wonderful thing to know. Then they're
But
still
isn't
there.
but that was, I know that had to happen for me, because whenever I start doubting all of this, I go, no, That hummingbird. That hummingbird.
Yeah, I feel like it was bizarre when I seen that robin. I'm like, Mom, and I'm like,
Yeah.
why do I feel that's Mom? But it just, it was at that
Yeah.
moment when I was missing her, and it just stared at me, and just usually they will fly away. If you go, I opened the door, I sat out there, and it just stayed
Yeah.
for the longest.
Yeah. I had a dragonfly come up to me. I've told this story to you recently, but a dragonfly coming up to right here. And again, the eyes, looking at me intently. And I knew it was my son, Jordan. Just amazing.
Weird how you just know.
Yeah, it was not long after he died. Now, Liz is saying, hey, great reading from my friend. Thank you. Who was your friend, Liz? I don't know who that is. But yeah, I thank you so much, Lolita, for coming on and explaining, because that chart blew me away.
Yeah, and I'll email you. I'm curious about getting that done. I had one done by a friend's mother, but I never got to see it. I only she told me that I was a Scorpio, but I have what is the opposite? Is it rising? Sagittarius rising, and I didn't know what any of that meant. She told me a little bit, but I'd like to get more in depth one.
I would love to do it for you.
Thank you.
Now I need to there's about 16 people still here, even though they haven't really been talking. Maybe they're doing other things while they're listening to the conversation. But oh, you're welcome, Silver. Oh, Jackie, I read for you. Yeah, I don't remember the reading, but I remember reading for Jackie. What I was going to say about oh, I lost it. Shoot. Shoot, I lost it. Oh, no, I wanted to, now I know. Lolita, you wanted me to ask the people in the chat what kinds of things, like you'll come on as a guest, and what kinds of things do they want you to do, right? Could you explain that a little bit more?
Okay, well, there are several options of things we can do. Of course, we can't go into individual guests, people that are in the chat, their charts in depth, if I haven't had a chance to look at them. So I said, if people want to have a little mini reading, we could discuss their horoscopes, and I could do, if they give their birth data to me, I could send them a hard copy of their horoscope, and then we could talk about the factors that are interpret their charts, because they'd have a copy of it in hand.
So they would have,
I could send them the chart, and then I could explain how to interpret the three things that people usually start looking at their chart are their sun, their moon, and their ascendant. But a lot of people don't know what that is. So I could calculate the chart, because now we have computers. That's an amazing thing. I learned it when I had to do all the math. Or I could say I used to use an abacus to do it. No.
Yes.
So anyway, I could send charts to your, say the first 50 people that ask for one, and then we could review what those things mean. Everyone would have that information in front of them for their individual chart, and we could talk about that. Or we could discuss the chart of it. We were talking also, maybe people want to hear about a person, like you suggested, Edgar Cayce. I thought that was a great idea. Or we could do general trends, politically and socially for everyone. But that is it can be so vague and so misleading for people, depending on your situation. I hate those. So those things that are very kind of vague and general, could just not apply to certain people, and that could be confusing. So I'd really, if we're going to do that, I would like to send the information to people, and I do that free of charge. Just send them their chart with their a copy of their actual horoscope with the main factors written out, so that we could discuss that.
Okay, so if people in the chat, and I've highlighted, I've pinned Lolita's, oh, have I got that right? I've got Lalit. Is it Lalit or
Yes, that's
Lolita?
correct. It's
Lalit. Oh,
Lalit.
STALB@gmail.com. Okay, so that's the correct email. Just send your information. So
Yes,
they need
that's correct.
the date of birth, the
And
time you
the
were born,
time. Yes,
and
and please tell me if
where you were born.
and where. Yes,
Yeah.
and please tell me what is the source of your time information, and is it really correct? Because the degree on your ascendant changes every 4 minutes, and often your source where you get that information might be wrong. So let me know how accurate it is and what your source is, and you might do a little research on that.
I
But
got my
yeah,
birth certificate. I looked on my birth certificate to see the time I was born. So that should be pretty accurate, I would think.
Yeah, there's no time on mine, but I remember what my mother told me.
It's birth certificates are not always super accurate, but a chart can be rectified backwards through knowing what your life events are. You can make little adjustments to the time. Even it might be 10 or 15 minutes off, where they wrote it in the hospital. I was born in a military hospital, so I have confidence in mine. But sometimes in hospitals, it's not real accurate, but you can look at your life events and even make a little tiny adjustment if you need to from that. If anyone wants to participate in this kind of a thing, send me your information and I will send you a drawn out horoscope for free. It's not totally interpreted like I do in a personal reading, just give you the basic information, where your planets are, what your ascendant is, that kind of thing, with a little bit of interpretation, like the one I sent to you, Sharon, the one that I sent to you, that it's quite a few pages long, and it shows where you have everything, and I can send that to you for free. But and then if someone wants to sign up for a reading, I'm doing a very inexpensive introduction to get my business some momentum.
I would highly recommend you people do it. So she's got the chart, so it's printed.
Yeah, I never know how to read those. I need her help.
Well, she told me, and yeah. So
but yeah, I'll email as soon as we get off. I'll send an email.
Yeah, so please do that. Email with your name, your date of birth, the time you were born, and where you were born, and she can do this, and also I guess do the stuff that you just print off, right? Which is just general information.
It's general information of where each planet is and what that means, without synthesizing the whole thing.
Yeah, but I just love how you interpret it in front of me, and how you taught me. It was a great reading.
So we could do general, like you.
Okay, well,
like we did for you, what an astrology chart actually represents. People don't generally know that, just the general factors, and then we could talk about each person then can look at their own horoscope when we discuss the general things that are happening today. We could do that.
Okay, well, I'll put it on my community page as well to encourage people to email you.
That'll be fun.
And then when we've got some charts, then I'll bring you on as a guest.
Great. All right, you all respond, and we'll do that. I think that would be a lot of fun, and I would really enjoy that.
Do you want to be here when we do that?
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Okay.
Beautiful.
I'll email her as soon as we get off.
Yeah.
Here, I'll email her.
Okay. Very nice.
I should give you my daughter's one. Yeah.
Yes, that would be very interesting.
I think you will find my oldest daughter's one. I think you'll find that an interesting chart as well.
Well, I heard this Mercury retrograde, stuff is not very good for us Scorpios right now. I don't know if that's true or not.
This particular Mercury retrograde does have some mitigating factors, but it's because all of the big eclipse that we had that influenced Scorpio people. And Mars is now like conjuncting Mercury retrograde. So people that are, we can tend to have like headaches, really a lot of stress and aggravation and anxiety and kind of pent up, feelings of frustration. And it's so that this is happening, but that will pass. It's not forever. And this Mercury retrograde does have some things that are not as bad as it can be in other times, because it does have, we've went through a period of, this is a period of really being able to manifest and focus on your objectives. And so there will be things that it'll be a little bit slow going, but the things that happen at this time are going to be very long lasting. So it's, Mercury can be really lead for small frustrations. Your car won't start, your computer's on the fritz, things that are very frustrating and hold you back a little bit. But that will pass. It's not forever, and don't be afraid to be working on your intentions, even so, because they will bear fruit nonetheless.
Okay, because I've been real irritable and real anxiety here, and I didn't know if that had to do with this retrograde thing.
Mars is the planet of aggression and fighting and anxiety and negative things, and it's right on Mercury, which is your communication, your head. You might have headaches or feelings, headaches and anxiety and anger, and it will pass. So that's not a long lasting thing.
Okay, because I lost my temper completely last week. That's not like me.
Right. When you see this is happening, when you see Mars hitting Mercury like that, you say to yourself, I am going to hold it back. And if I still feel this way next week, then I'm going to say it. But you just say, don't allow yourself to fly off the handle, because it's not what you really mean. And you will see things differently in a week. So just say, if I still feel this way in a week, then I will tell them, and I'm not going to say it now. And just don't let yourself say it, because it's a passing thing. You get more perspective.
I would have known that before I let it rip and lost my temper.
Well, that's what astrology is good for. It's good for timing of things like this.
Yeah.
It's very useful to know when to hold back.
Yeah, that would have been helpful.
Yeah, exactly.
Get some duct tape on your mouth for the next few days. But I find that's a very useful thing. You say, if I still feel this way in a couple of days, then I'm going to say it freely, but I'm just going to wait and see. And that allows you to put a damper on things for a little while till you get better perspective.
So I have to remember that for the next time.
Yeah, and then you'll say, "Whoa, I'm so glad I didn't say that," even though at the time you really wanted to.
So Mercury retrograde is going to end soon. Is that right? June the 4th or something, or June?
Yes.
But you said there's a hangover effect too. You said there's a hangover effect?
Yes. I forgot exactly which day it's going to go direct, but it's coming soon. So just be patient for the next week or so, and things will start moving in the right direction, and then you will have a breakthrough of all of the frustration and aggravating slowdowns and things that haven't been working right for you. The floodgates will open. You'll start feeling forward movement. So hang in there, everybody.
So we've had Agent Smith join us. Agent Smith from what's that series of movies? The Matrix.
The Matrix.
Yeah. Anyways, he's Agent Smith here is a character in that movie. So this person is saying there's a new moon in Gemini on the 30th.
That's my anniversary. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yes, the eclipse season moves. The eclipse season goes with the moons, the new moons and the full moons, and it passes. We had it in Scorpio and Sagittarius, and it's moving ahead. Everything moves ahead a sign. So, and on the 30th, there's something really exciting. The Earth is passing. This is an astronomical effect. We're passing through the tail of a comet that had exploded, and no one is sure if we're not going to have a really giant. Might be possible that there's a really giant meteor shower. No one knows for sure, but they're saying it's a possibility that it could be the most spectacular meteor shower that anyone's ever seen. It would happen on the 30th. I think it's 10 p.m. Pacific time.
Oh, I'm going to write that down.
Yeah, I think that's the time. And I hope it's a clear night, because no one knows if it's going to be really dramatic, or it might be a bust, or it might be something totally outrageous, because the tail of the comet would have all those little particles that would hit the Earth, and they're saying it could be, 1,000 in a minute, like really big. Nobody knows for sure, but it's right at that same time.
Do you say 10 or 10:30, or just between there?
I think I think that it's 10 around. Well, it's not known precisely when, but that would be the main height of it. So it's a bit of an unknown, because it's the tail of this comet that we haven't passed through it. So no one knows exactly how dramatic it's going to be. Could be really great, or it might not be, but go out and take a look.
Oh, that's Amy's. Amy says that's her birthday. Is this the same Amy that we're celebrating the birthday tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Great. I'll be seeing you tomorrow, Amy.
Oh, is it on your birthday? We're doing the 29th for your birthday, but your birthday's the 30th? So it's the same day as my 30-year anniversary then.
Silver Star says that she's definitely getting her telescope out. I need to find it. I mean,
if you're on the East Coast, it's actually going to be the morning of the 31st.
I'm in Illinois, so I don't know what it would be here. I don't know what coast. I'm in the middle.
You're 2 hours
because that would be like 1 a.m. on the 31st would be the high point on the East Coast time.
Well, she's Central Time. So it'll be midnight for her.
If I can stay awake that long.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You know what? So the moon's going into Gemini, and I have my moon in Gemini. Does that make any effect on that new moon?
Well, absolutely. It makes an effect. If your moon is in Gemini, you'll definitely, it's what we call in astrology a lunar return, and it sort of sets the tone for your whole month.
Oh, okay.
And so yes, it's a very important factor. And you have
Silver Star.
I think you have Jupiter.
I don't have a hubby. I'm single now.
Talk about me asking mine.
Oh, okay. Talking about getting a telescope. They come up. We have a local list here. Like, I don't know what you have in the States. There's Kijiji, and there's, I don't know what kind of list you guys have, but yes, the moon is the emotional self. That's right. But anyways, I can get one here locally. We have an online.
A telescope for a meteor shower is probably not what you want, because a telescope focuses in one point, and you don't know where the meteors are going to come from. You have to have a view of the sky and not focusing in just one little spot.
Yeah, you'll just see them. I know one of my favorite memories of my daughters and I is in August. There's the meteor showers, and we would
Leonid, yeah,
that's right. And we would, in front of our house, there's a slope. So what we would do is take our sleeping bags, and we're at a 45-degree angle, and we just were able to just take in the whole sky, about 180 degrees, right? And we'd count the number of meteors, but they fell asleep pretty, quickly. But it was just a great memory. I'd stay up and I'd keep counting, and I just, it was just great.
I've never seen one.
Oh, it's great.
I've never seen a meteor. So
Yeah.
You've never seen one? Oh my.
They're just lights that
Oh,
streak across the sky.
Huh.
I
that's
saw one.
exciting.
I saw one during the day. It was big, and it flashed in front of me here, and it landed in Vancouver. And but it was big. I think it was a piece of. Well, actually, I think it must have been a piece of debris or something. Yeah, that came into the atmosphere. But
Huh.
it was quite big.
Well, Sharon, I tell you what, I
Yeah,
better
you better
go
go.
because my hubby is in there wanting me to come to bed, and my
All right.
ankle's swelling up a little bit. So from
Yeah,
sitting,
I mean, thank you. You stayed way longer than we anticipated. So, but
thank you
this
so much.
but this has been so interesting. Thank you, Lilith, for
Yes,
coming on.
and
Well,
definitely I want to come and see your show when you do that. Now I'm going to
Yeah,
send her.
no, you can come on and not just see it, but come on, all right?
Okay,
So I'll let
okay,
you
all
know.
cool.
right. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
So nice to
So,
meet you
yes,
and
it
say
was so
hello
nice
to
to meet
everyone.
you. And thank you, Sharon, so much
You're
for letting
welcome.
me come on. And thank you, everybody in the chat and
Yeah.
everything. So I'm going to go put my jammies on, go
All
pick up
right.
the.
Okay.
I'll talk to you
Thank
later.
you
Bye
all.
Good
bye.
night.
Thank
Good
you
night.
all. Bye-bye.
Okay, well, thank you for coming on and and explaining what you saw on my chart. I mean, you did a really good job of summarizing it. So even though you thought you were just combobulated, you actually did a really good job.
I felt like I was being really incoherent.
No, no, you
Because I
weren't.
hadn't thought about what I was going to say, and I just blurted everything out,
Yeah,
ran
well,
willy-nilly.
yeah,
But
well,
okay.
it came out just fine. But anyways, I feel very humbled. I got a lot of work to do.
Oh my goodness. I'm so happy you got started on your book and
Yeah,
that the whole thing, how you set your intention and then you saw that thing when you turned on YouTube. That's so amazing. I
yeah, yeah.
love that. That is
Yeah,
so great.
there's
That's
been
just a
quite
confirmation, I mean, that wouldn't be happening if your guides are saying, yeah,
yeah.
jump in the
There
saddle.
was other synchronicities that happened now. I just can't remember, but I knew it was spirit saying, "Yeah, we're here."
Awesome.
Okay, well, Sherry, just send. I've got Lilith's email pinned there below our my picture there. And what you do is you just send the email, and in the email, your name, your date of birth, the time of birth, and where you were born, and she will tell you how much. She's got a really good introductory rate, but she'll tell you when she emails you back. Okay, well,
Thank you. Good night. I'm so happy I turned on the TV when I came in. I went, "Whoa, this is great." I didn't expect to be. I wasn't ready for prime time.
well, that's okay. And actually,
I
we
was so
actually
happy to see
started
you.
later today. I usually start at 4, so you caught us. I mean, I guess there was a reason why we
I
came
guess
up.
so.
Yeah, but
Awesome.
I had to
Thank
start
you
later.
so much. I'm so
Thank
happy that
you.
you had that. I'm so happy that you're on the route with
Well,
your book and your
I'm
book tour.
brainstorming. I'm
Oh
brainstorming
yeah.
ideas, and it'll just evolve. And I now before I would have to see the whole thing in my head and be able to from start to finish kind of thing, or kind of see the structures of each chapter and stuff like that. And now I've learned over the years that just
Yes.
just start.
Yes, I think you're
And
channeling a bit. You reach the guides and set a prayer and an attention, a meditation, and then do it like channeling. And you know that there's an interesting story about Robert Louis Stevenson,
oh
and
yeah,
I know your
I read
Neptune
his.
points toward this. He would go to sleep and he would have helpers in the form of little like fairies and things that would come to him while
Mhm,
he was dreaming,
mhm.
and they would write his book, and he would
Ah,
wake up and just transcribe what had been given to him in his dream.
yeah, I read his books as a kid, like Gulliver's Travels, and
Hmm.
yeah, yeah.
And he would receive it in the dream. Now, I'm not saying you need to receive your book in the dream, but you want to use that dream ability and your mediumship and really get into a meditative state and see if you can, it's like channel the writing,
Yeah,
and the direction. I think that you're going to
yeah,
find it flowing right through you.
yeah.
maybe not when Mercury is retrograde. No, I'm
Yeah.
kidding. But
The only I'm really kind of ticked right now in that my laptop's not working.
no, there's Mercury retrograde. Me too. I had a colossal failure of the Minicam, the switcher of the video thing that I wanted to do for my
Oh,
recital.
I
Didn't
remember
work
you
at all.
saying that.
Yeah, so I got the video of the recital was all done, and it came out great. But the Zoom meeting didn't work right. The switcher wasn't working right, and so it wouldn't pick up the piano. I was trying to play some things on the piano. It would hear me speak, but it wouldn't hear the piano.
Oh, that's
I
weird.
couldn't understand. That's weird. Isn't that strange?
That's very strange.
So I don't know. I needed a microphone or something, but I'm going to put that on hold for a while. But anyway, that's the kind of problem that you expect to have when Mercury is retrograde. It
Yeah.
happens to everybody. So
My friend, had to buy a new battery, and this is a very expensive laptop. And but I do that. I buy really, top of the line, so it'll last long. So in the long run, I've actually spent less than most people do on computers because it lasts a long time. But anyways, I needed a new battery for it. I got the battery, and this friend of mine said, "Oh, I'll put it in for you. I can do that." Oh. So the keyboard doesn't work. The
oh
trackpad
no.
doesn't work. So
Mm.
I'm taking it to a tech who works for our school district, and he said he'll look at it. He said he can't promise if he can fix it. He said some components might have been damaged during the process of putting in the new battery. So, oh, that makes me sick because I'm still paying for that
Mm.
laptop.
Wow.
Well, I can't get angry about it. It's just one of those things.
Yes. Well, I'm so happy to have spoken to you today. I really am. I love you.
I thank you, and I love you too. And I was so thankful that you came on.
Well,
It's time to go. We have a troll here.
okay.
Yeah,
Right.
I did
All right.
block.
Bye-bye.
I have blocked them.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Well, anyways, thank you, and I'm
Thank
looking
you.
forward to. I'm going to send you some.
Yeah.
Some information, and maybe when we do it, I can get my daughter to tune in.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Have a wonderful evening. It's
You too.
on the West Coast. It's still the night is young.
Yep. Yeah. I got
Okay.
a lot of work to do tonight.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Okay,
And
sweetie.
yeah, and
Big hug to you.
I'll see you next Saturday. Okay. Big hug to you, Lalit.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.